Welcome to this new video. Today's flight is flight number 4, and as you are probably watching, this flight and this video will be entirely in English. I will try my best. So I think at least I have a good level of English, but it's not perfect. It's not the best, obviously, but a pilot has to know how to speak in English, and I know how to speak it. So sorry. So let's start. In today's flight, we will go. We will be departing from Innsbruck, where we landed the last video, and we will go to how it's called, to Düsseldorf, I think. Dortmund, sorry, near Düsseldorf, but it's not Düsseldorf. It's a small city in the northwest, more or less, of Germany, and that's all. That will be today's flight. So let's start by doing the pre-flight checklist. Okay. Parking brake on, checked. Weather radar off, checked. Brake windshield off, checked. Spoilers disarmament retract, checked. Flaps retract, checked. Engine mode selector normal, checked. Engine masters 1 and 2 off, checked. Thrust levers idle, checked. Transponder mode standby, checked. Anti-skid on, checked. Landing gear lever down, checked. And wipers 1 and 2 off, checked. So pre-flight checklist completed. We can start giving energy and power to the aircraft by turning on battery 1 and battery 2. Perfect. Here we see the voltage. Okay, so let's go and request some GPU, some ground power unit, and let's go to the flight path, where we have already linked our flight plan, from Innsbruck to Dortmund. We will be carrying 152 passengers and 6.3 tons of fuel. So we can now request boarding. Let's check that that's moving. Okay, yeah, stars are moving, and request refilling. And we are going to wait to request our catering service until so yeah, we are going to wait to request it in Dortmund. Sorry, Dortmund. Okay. So let's continue with our flows patterns. And no. Okay. So.
Do you want to board crew?
Nobody. Okay. So external power on, checked. So without checked. It's not a checklist. Just external power on. Crew supply on. Address 1, 2, and 3 nav mode. Strobes auto. Check. Navigator lights on. No seatbelt signs off. No smoking on. Emergency exit lights on. And zero light in test position, so we can check all the lights are working properly, more or less. As I always say in Spanish, a simple vista. So just looking over it a little bit, not in a very detailed. So okay, and zero light bright position, looking good. Then let's put a little bit of hot air into the cabin, passenger cabin. Okay. Then engine fire test. Okay, engine fire test number 2. APU fire test. Let's do the CVR test. Okay, perfect. And the cargo smoke test. Then move. Let's do the engine test, so we can see all the values are more or less okay. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we can cover it and turn it off. First turn it off and then cover it. Then okay, so now it's my turn to do all the configurations for the cockpit preparation checklist while the passengers are boarding. So enjoy. Okay, so I've already finished all the configurations and preparing the aircraft. So let's go to the MCDQ and see and review a little bit. Sorry, what I've the data and the values I've entered for this flight. So first of all, let's start as always with the init page. We are going from Innsbruck to, don't tell me, let me 1 second, to Sulfur, no, to Dortmund. Okay, yeah, and our alternative will be Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. That doesn't change in English, and means Frankfurt. Then our flight number today will be Echo Delta 3257, because we are also, as we are going to Germany, we are flying with Condor again, but you've seen the yellow one, you've seen the blue one, but always with those stripes. But today we have the green one, because we are in Innsbruck and all surrounding us, apart from the snow, which is white, it's green. So okay, yeah, perfect. Then and here you can see, and here you can see also the coffee tapes, I think it's called, I don't know, the coffee, it's also based in the aircraft livery color, as you've probably seen throughout all the videos we've done with the Condor livery. Then the cruising flight will be flight level 360, which means 36,000 feet. And what else? Then we move on to our flight plan route. Yeah, flight plan page. We will be departing from runway 08 of Innsbruck, heading east, for turning around, heading west, and going up to the north, where Dortmund will be waiting for us. We will be using runway 24 for landing, and that's all, I think. That's all, yeah. that's all about our route today. Then full prediction. We will be using more or less 0.2, I think less than it, less than this, I mean, like 0.1 more or less. We will have a neutral wind, I mean no extra wind, with no tailwind, and also no front wind. And then for the alternative, we will have 1.8 tons, and we will have 1.4 for extra time. And then the performance page is a very normal performance page. Today the V1 will be 133 knots. The VR will be 137 knots, and B2 will be just 1 knot plus, and just one knot more, which means 138 knots. Our transition altitude will be 10,000 feet, and we'll be using config 1 for takeoff and a flex temperature of 46 degrees. So I think that's all for today. I mean for the NCDU. Let's see how it's going to boarding. Okay, almost completed, and almost completed also the refilling. So let's do the copy preparation checklist. Battery 1 and 2 on, checked. External power on, checked. APU and engine fire test performed, checked. Crew supply on, checked. Address 123 nav mode, checked. Cockpit lights as required, checked. Naval lights on, checked. No smoking sign on auto, checked. Emergency lights on, checked. Zero light test, checked. Proof window heat auto, checked. Anti-ice off, checked. Air condition as required, checked. ACCU and brake pressure, let's check the ACCU and brake pressure rapidly. Okay, yeah. Press release, parking brake on, checked. Okay, so ACCU and brake pressure checked. ECAM status checked, ECAM recall. Let's press that button more or less 4 minutes. Oh, sorry, 4 minutes, 4 seconds. Okay. ECAM recall checked. Radio panel setup checked. Battle set QNH perfect. And F is in constraint arc 10 nautical miles, constraint. Okay, so copy preparation checklist completed. Let's see the refilling process has just ended, so we can turn on our fuel pumps and the APU. We can start the APU. Once the APU is started, it's on, we will turn on the APU bleed.
Boarding completed.
Okay, boarding completed. Perfect. Received. So we can lock the door. I've just turned on the brake windshield, the transponder, the TCAS, and selected the engine mode selector in ignition. We can, okay, APU is available, so we can turn on APU bleed. We can turn off external power, and we can prepare for pushback and departure.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck,
and
on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight.
Turn on the beacon lights on, and we must turn on the seatbelt signs on for your security, for passenger security.
You give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft.
And we can also do now the before start checklist.
To make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Okay, windows and doors closed and locked, checked. APU on, checked. APU bleed on, checked. NCDU completely set up, checked. Squawk set, checked. External power disconnected and off, checked. Fuel pumps all on, checked. Seatbelt signs on, checked. Thrust levers idle, checked. Fuel quantity 6.3 on board and 6.3 as planned, so checked. Takeoff data set and reviewed, checked. transponder mode auto checked, beacon lights on checked, engine mode selector ignition checked, and parking brake as required. So, okay, before start checklist completed, we are ready for pushback, and engine starts.
Locking gear.
As I always tell you, normally engines are normally the engine begins when crossing the red the red line over more or less over here, which means it's a safe place to start the engine start, and also that we are leaving the parking, the stand. But I think, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit blind, but I think here I do not have any red line reference, so let's start the engines. So, as I am obviously, as you are being able to see, I'm a native English speaker. So today's welcoming message will be first in English and then in Spanish. But first, let's do our after start checklist. Okay, let me a second. Good. After start checklist, parking brake on, checked engine mode selector normal, checked APU off, checked at brakes maximum, checked flight controls will be checked in taxi, spoilers aren't checked, flight spoilers aren't checked, flaps set to take position, checked pitch trim set to take position, checked weather trim 0, checked anti-ice as required, checked, and flight instruments will be checked in taxi. So after start checklist completed, taxi checklist, nose light taxi checked, runway turn off lights as required checked, strobes auto checked, and takeoff config normal checked. So taxi checklist completed too. Let's start our taxi. Good afternoon, dear passengers. Welcome to this contour flight, departing from Innsbruck and heading to our destination, which is Dortmund. Sorry. So in today's flight we are expecting to have a good flight, a safe flight, which means no turbulence are expected. We will only expect a little bit of turbulence while the takeoff, because we are in a very mountainous, I don't know if that word is invented honestly, terrain. So maybe we'll have some turbulence there, but won't be a problem in today's flight. We are no delayed. We are on time. So good news. Please enjoy the flight and follow the safety instructions given by our cabin crew, so we can enjoy this flight. Thank you so much, and I will be continuously updating the flight with the news in case of needed. Vaya bacha, acabamos de pasar, ¿no? Ya estoy de vuelta en español, así que venga, vamos allá. Queridos pasajeros, estamos ya en el taxi hacia la pista por la que estaremos despegando hoy, donde esperamos tener algunas turbulencias. Al fin y al cabo estamos en una región bastante montañosa. En el vuelo de hoy, donde Cóndor y toda la tripulación les da la bienvenida, y deseamos que tengan un muy buen vuelo y un vuelo muy seguro. De este modo, por favor, les pido y les recuerdo que sigan las instrucciones dadas por la tripulación de cabina. Y nada, vamos en hora, no vamos retrasados y esperamos aparte de ya lo que he explicado durante el despegue, esperamos un vuelo más que tranquilo. Por lo que les estaré igualmente continuamente, ahora solo me sale en inglés, updating, constantemente informándoos de cualquier noticia, cualquier contratiempo, pero en principio debería salir todo a pedir de boca. Muchísimas gracias, disfruten del vuelo y nos vemos más adelante para el descenso. Vale, ok, bien, vamos a avisar ya a la cabin crew, vamos a poner las landing lights, las nose en TakeOff, las wings y las... Oops, sorry. Sorry, I'm used to speaking Spanish, so yeah. So we've just crossed the waiting point of the runway 08. Yeah, takeoff 08. Yeah. So let's go and turn on all the lights possible, which means the landing lights, the wings, the strobos, and the nose in takeoff. Those are the lights we've just changed, speaking in Spanish. And yeah, and now I think all it's configured and ready for continue our taxi, because we have to go to the start of the runway and do I've said it a lot of times and now I'm not able to say it. I'm convinced, 100% convinced, that if I speak in Spanish, I will say it. Y vamos a hacer sorry, I'm not able to guess the word now. I don't know why. So, qué rabia. So, sorry. Let's do the before start. Sorry, the before takeoff checklist. One moment. Let's do the wow. I mean, you can watch the videos. I've said it a lot of times, but I don't know now how to say the shit. Sorry. Okay, it's okay. I don't want to think it because then I get angry, so okay, so before takeoff checklist, cabin crew advice checked, brake temperature checked, brake fans off checked, engine mode selector normal as engine mode selector as required, packs as required, and weather radar as required checked, TCAS terrain above checked, brake windshield auto checked, exterior lights, nose lights takeoff checked, landing lights on checked, and ICA memo takeoff no blue checked. So before takeoff checklist completed, we can start the chrono, the timer, and takeoff. Engine stabilized 40% and 1. Manual flex 46 accessorized auto thrust blue. positive climb gear up. Let's turn on and connect the autopilot 1 so we can enjoy the views here. I mean, the landscape is amazing. Okay, lever climb, first climb, auto thrust engaged. I mean, I always see a lot of Instagram reels where they say, wow, pilots, I mean, the work of being a pilot has the best office in the world. The best office and the best office with the best views. And I mean, it's completely true. No one can say that's not amazing and that's beautiful. I mean, I'm in love. But let's concentrate first in our departure. We are starting the, well, in a few moments we will start our turn of 180 degrees. We can disarm our spoilers, but as we haven't reached a speed as we would have normally done, we can't retract the flaps, but we can turn off the nose, the runway, and also the landing lights. Yeah. As we have some clouds and I don't want to risk my safety and my passenger safety, let's turn the terrain on. Why it's not working? I don't know why it's not working. Oh, now it's working. Okay, yeah. Let's turn the QNH standard as we have reached the transition attitude. Oh, backtrack. Backtrack is the word. Yeah, backtrack was the word I was thinking in previous, yeah. Perfect. Now that we've completed our turn and that we've reached, well, we have more than reached the highest altitude, the highest point in our departure chart. So we are more than safe now. We can turn off the signal signs and speak with our passengers. So, Captain speaking, we are climbing to our cruising level, so we are now over 20,000 feet, so we are in a high altitude already, and we are going as planned and as scheduled in time. So enjoy the flight. And oh yeah, and I've just turned the signal signs off, as you've probably seen, and as I always say, I will recommend you to be seated during all the flight with your seatbelts fastened, with your seatbelts fastened, and so we can all enjoy and have a safe flight. Oh Dios mío, madre mía, qué mal hecho este. Se ha ido mejorando un montón y de repente ¡pum!, a peor. Queridos pasajeros, no me voy a enrollar como mi yo de inglés, voy a deciros que vamos según lo planeado en tiempo y tanto en tiempo como en programación. Not in zero. Ya, pero es que me pone... Vale, ya, pero entonces... Okay, claro. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, so today we are not going to talk with our passengers. I don't know why the managed speed, the magenta speed, was that low, and because of that, I thought it was going to change at that moment, but no. So I didn't knew because I didn't know, sorry, because it has never happened to me that being so high with the flaps deployed. But yeah, there's an alarm, a caution alarm, which tells you that you have still your flaps deployed and that you have to retract them. So now that we are stabilized, let's turn on again the autopilot on, and I don't know, that's very strange. I think it has already changed, yeah, to 290, yeah. So that's not necessary anymore. And I don't know, yeah, we can turn on. Okay, thrust climb, auto thrust, perfect. I mean, I don't know what has happened. It's strange for me. It has never happened to me before. But whatever it was, it's already cleared and ended. Has already ended. So, okay. Enjoy the flight. Bye bye. landing soon. We are about to final our turn to then start our final turn to align with the ILS of the runway 24, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, ILS 24. And yeah, we are following the green dot with, perfectly, so good. And we can turn on our landing lights and the runway turn off lights and then nose on takeoff. And yeah, we can talk to our passengers rapidly. Dear passengers, we are about to land in a few minutes. We are glad to tell you we are 5 minutes. We are 5 minutes early compared with our schedule, so good news. And the landing will be good. So, or at least we will try. We are not expecting bad weather, so it will be easy. So thank you very much. Please fasten your seatbelts and follow the safety instructions given by our cabin crew and prepare for landing. Pasajeros y pasajeras, estamos a punto de aterrizar en nuestro aeropuerto de llegada de Dortmund. Y nada, estamos contentos de poder anunciar que vamos con unos 5 o 7 minutos de adelanto comparado con nuestro horario original, por lo que nada, informaros de que prevemos un aterrizaje sin mucho viento cruzado, por lo que debería ser fácil. Muchísimas gracias por volar con Cóndor, disfrutar de lo poco que queda del vuelo y prepararos para el aterrizaje siguiendo las instrucciones de seguridad proporcionadas por nuestra tripulación de cambio. Muchísimas gracias. Bien, ya acabo de poner ya el transponder, que lo había puesto, pero no había puesto 19. Estamos a punto de llegar a los 3000, que es donde deberíamos estar sobre Charlie Foxtrot 24, aunque en Elbul ya vamos bien. El descenso, si os fijáis, lo empezamos desde Elbul, así que perfecto. Podemos, vamos a fijarnos antes en que 3000 es también nuestro ground altitude, genial, y podemos encender el approach mode y también el landing system, que no lo tenía encendido. Bien, vamos a intentar, si la terminal está aquí, nos queda otra que rodar por el final, porque si aterrizamos aquí, que es cuando empieza la pista, pues nada, pues podemos poner los hot brakes en minimum. Bien, localizador captured y glide slope captured, así que ya nos alineamos con la pista y también estamos descendiendo en base a el glide slope. Vamos a bajar ya el tren de aterrizaje. Perfecto. Me da a mí que hoy va a volver a ser una aproximación rápida, pero bueno, no pasa nada. Vamos a armar el spoiler. Vamos a avisar a la cabina, o sea, a la cabin crew. Vamos a poner otro puntito de flaps. Nada, al final hemos frenado bien. Ponemos otro puntito de flaps. Y ponemos el último puntito de flaps. Oops, I'm speaking in Spanish. Oh, sorry, I totally forgot. I had to speak in English.
1000.
So what I've said is that at the beginning it seemed to be it was yeah, it seemed to be that it was going to be a fast approach. It has been a fast approach, but finally we are about to reach our final approach speed, and yeah, we can rapidly do the before landing checklist. Cabin crew advice checked, FEs as required checked, and terrain as required checked, landing gear down checked, flaps set to landing position checked, spoilers armed checked, at brakes minimum checked, engine selector mode as required checked, exterior lights, nose wheel lights, takeoff check, runway turn off lights on checked, car run altitude 3000 set, ICA memo landing no blue checked, autopilot of my plane, my control before landing checklist completed. Wow, record.
Minimum.
Continue, world record.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Okay, very good, very soft. And we can deploy our spoilers, reverse green. And I think we are going to do a backtrack. Oh no, okay, no backtrack is needed. We can go through this taxiway. Okay, so leaving behind the runway, which is known as vacating the runway, we can turn off the constraint, the landing system, and the flight director. We can turn off the chrono, and we can stop more or less here in this yellow line. Okay, or even in that one, but it's okay here. So good landing, a little bit fast, a little bit well, no, I was going to say a little bit passing the touchdown zone, but no, it was okay, yeah. So flaps retracted, and we can turn off the windshield, the TCAS. We can turn on, or at least start, the APU. We can turn off the strobes, the wing lights, the nose in taxi position, the landing lights off, and I think that would be okay, and we could do the after landing checklist. Brake fans as required checked, exterior lights, landing lights off checked, nose wheel lights, taxi checked, runway turn off lights as required checked, spoilers disarm and retract checked, flaps retract checked, engine selector mode normal checked, TCAS standby checked, weather radar off checked, brake windshield off checked, terrain off checked, flight director off checked, APU start checked, wing anti-ice off checked, engine anti-ice as required, APU bleed on when APU is available checked. Así que sorry, so after landing checklist completed, so we can do our taxi to this time. So yeah, parking procedures in this airport are a little bit strange, we could say, because parking is, so for parking is needed the pushback, because we will park facing the runway and not the terminal, the airport, as we are used to. So let's do this as if it was parking. Okay, yeah, 0.500. She demands me to She's demanding me to stop the engines. Let me 1 second. Okay, APU is available and APU boot is on, so engine masters off, engines are shutting down. Okay, and we can turn off beacon lights, simple signs. Well, technically simple signs, no. We can turn off the transponder, we can turn off, well, we can open the cabin door, and I think that would be okay. So now, the steps to follow for the parking are, first of all, prepare for pushback and departure. But it's not for departure, it's only for pushback. So here we have the options for the parking, for the pushback, and we will choose the parking gate 6.
Release parking brakes, please. Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yeah, now with our parking set, we are not going to start the engines, and we can say that we can stop here and complete pushback procedure. So now they are going to unlock, even we haven't started our engines. So bypass removed, the tow truck is disconnected. Perfect. So now, as you are going to see, yeah, we are fully and perfectly parked into at parking number 6, and our passengers will deboard by this jetway, which is not a book. The jetways here in this airport are in the ground, are not are not able to move. So now we open GSX and we see that we are at gate 6, so that's okay. We can reposition the aircraft if we want for a perfect parking. Okay, yeah. And now we can request the boarding. Okay, we check that the stairs are coming to the aircraft, to the front door, and that's all. Now we can continue with our shutting down procedures. So let's turn off the hot air, and let's turn off the APU because we are going to turn on the external power, so we can turn off the fuel pumps, the crew supply, and the address. We can turn off the simple signs now that we are not going to move anymore. And we can and that's all. Let's do then the parking checklist. Parking brake on, checked. Engine masters 1 and 2 off, checked. Fuel pumps all off, checked. Beacon lights off, checked. Simple signs off, checked. Transponder mode off, checked. Anti-skid off, anti-eyes off, checked. Exterior lights as required, check. External power on if available, checked. And APU off if external power is available. Now passengers are starting to deboard the airplane. There you can see, and I'm going to show you how they are going walking to the terminal, and they are entering via the jetway. And that would be the flights for today. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Sorry if I've obviously made some English grammar and vocabulary mistakes. I'm not used to speak in English about aviation, although aviation is fully in English. It's something I know I have to improve. Almost, I know. I mean, my English, it's not bad. I mean, there's people of my age who speaks English very, very bad and worse than I do, than I speak. But I don't want to compare to anyone. I just want to compare myself and to always be better. So thank you very much, and see you soon. See you in the next flight. Bye bye.